Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Crescent.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are standing here at Bachmanns Pool Spas and Saunas over on South Stoughton Road. And I always enjoy coming here and seeing what they have to offer, and everything is got a pretty large, I should say, bow on it. So these are great Christmas gift ideas that we have here.
And not just the hot tubs themselves, but accessories for them. You know, I was talking with the owner a little bit. She'll give us some ideas later, but what a great idea. I don't know that much about owning a hot tub, but it would be fun to go to the experts and get some ideas for those fun little things that make it a little extra special.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're going to talk saunas today, too. So we're moving a little bit away from hot tubs and talking saunas, because there are some great health benefits to owning a sauna. And there's a difference between the traditional sauna and the infrared, which we'll learn about as well.
Yeah, I've heard about some of those differences too, but I've never tried an infrared.
It's interesting. It's a good experience. Well, we'll talk about it later.
All right. We'll be talking about Christmas gifts as well from Kim from Fired Up Pottery. She is a magician when it comes to when it comes to helping kids make gifts, or adults too.
Yeah. And she's so good with both kids and adults. She has so much patience, and she just knows exactly what to tell them. And
right. So if you've got little ones, I know in my family we've had rules in the past where if you gave a gift, it had to be something you made.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And so what a great idea for little kids to make something for Grandma or Aunt Janet.
Or teacher or whoever.
Yeah.
So we're also going to be joined by a fairly new coffee shop here in town, Hellbox Coffeehouse. It's over on the west side of town, kind of near Westtown Mall on D'Onofrio Drive. And they're going to bring a sample with them, I understand, so I'm excited about that. But they're going to talk a little bit about their story of how the business got started and what you can find there on their menu. So that's coming up right after the break here on Wisconsin Family, so stick around.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Justin and I are at Bachmanns Pool Spas and Saunas, and today we'll be learning about some of the health benefits of using the infrared sauna. But right now, if you take a love of cooking and inspiration from traveling around the globe, I give you a Hellbox Coffeehouse. And joining us, Josh, Esther, and their mom, Melissa, from Hellbox. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
So you folks have a coffee house on D'Onofrio Drive, sort of over by KFC on the west side of Madison. Tell us a little bit about this cafe.
Do you want to start with that?
Sure. My husband and I traveled when we were first married. We've been married for 28 years, and we went out to the Pacific Northwest, and there were a plethora of coffee houses out there. And we came back to Madison and said, oh, Madison could use some coffee houses. That was 28 years ago.
Okay.
Fast forward to today, and we as a family had always talked about owning a coffee house and did a lot of traveling and doing mental notes of design, recipes. And when the Victor Allen's closed about 2.5 years ago, I drove by and I came home and I said, I didn't know Victor Allen's closed. And so, long story short, Hellbox Coffeehouse was born, and we opened up 18 months ago.
Wow, 18 months ago, but 28 years leading up to that. That's incredible. So you're realizing your dream, and it's been a long time coming. So tell us, what can people find when they come into Hellbox?
Well, the first thing we really wanted to focus on when we were making the cafe and designing everything was the decor and having good seating. Because one of the biggest things we noticed with cafes is that there's often really hard, not comfortable seating.
Yeah.
So that'll be the first thing you notice when you walk in, and then we have a full line of bakery, lunch, and breakfast items, as well as every type of coffee drink you can think of, plus some. So that's sort of what we have.
You know, I was looking at some of the pictures of your establishment, and you're not kidding about the seating. There's really something for everyone, is the way I saw it. You have a big table, like if you have a group, maybe a meeting size, and you have little tables, you have the cushy stuff, and a fireplace?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm curious to know, what is each of your roles within the coffee house? You want to start with you, Josh?
Yeah, so I'm Josh, obviously, and I deal with everything that is day-to-day at the cafe. So hiring Ooh, boy.
Inventory. The POS system.
Yes. And then more recently, I've been doing all of our roasting. So we roast everything in-house
wow,
now.
okay.
We have a facility for that, and I do everything in relation to our coffee.
Now, when you say in-house, is it on site? Or
It
you
is
have
not on site.
Okay,
We
got
have
it.
a different.
But you have a place here locally.
Yeah, we have a roastery.
That's very
warehouse.
cool.
It takes up a lot of space.
Wow.
And that's where these get filled?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Smells so good.
Wow. So you even have your own brand of coffee to go along with that.
We do,
That's
yep.
awesome. Very good. And Esther, what about you?
Yeah, so I kind of fill in wherever I'm needed.
Yeah.
So like at the coffee house or like helping my dad with filing and stuff like that.
Sure. Fill in the gaps. Sounds like it's sort of on the business end of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay. And then Mom, or I should say Melissa, what do you do over there?
My role is the
Everything else, no.
Well, that's kind of all of us. You know, when you're owners, all 6 of us are owners, and it's not just
Really?
Casey and I, but all 6 of us
Wow.
are owners of the coffee house. So, but my specific role is in the baking and in the food prep. So we've
Okay.
got all sorts of everything. We make everything from scratch. All of our bakery, all of our soups, our sandwiches, our sauces, everything is made from scratch. So that's my focal point. And then Nathan, who is our other son, he does all the sales and marketing. And then Noah is head of barista. So all the barista drinks he has designed. For example, our liquid gold hot chocolate. We were at a cafe and we were drinking this hot chocolate and we said, oh my goodness, that is so good. And whenever we try something out and about in our travels, if we think it's really good, throughout the years we've come home and become mad scientists in the kitchen. And we're like, okay, we're gonna figure out how to make that hot chocolate. And so we figured out how to make it, and then we just tuck it into the recipe file, and at some point maybe we would use it, and now we use it at the coffee house.
And a shout out for that one is you're using Amsterdam chocolate for that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, is that what makes it liquid gold? Is that what makes it so good?
Yeah, we make it in-house, and it's made with actual chocolate, not a powder. And it's steamed, which changes everything. It's like actually drinking chocolate.
Wow.
And then you can add 2 shots of espresso and make it a dirty hot chocolate.
Ooh, dirty hot chocolate?
Yeah.
And then my husband is, he takes care of all the financial aspect of it.
Sure, okay. So you have a really good team working for you. You guys are part of the family business. How do you feel about that?
It's been really fun. I'm really happy. I came back from Iowa, where I was at school, and helped start, and everything's been a great experience.
That's awesome. So what are some of the favorite food and beverage items on the menu? What's been really popular when guests come in?
So we have a caramel macchiato, which is like a caramel macchiato. It's just our version, and we sell a ton of that, as well as the liquid gold hot chocolate and dirty hot chocolate.
Okay, wow, okay. So a caramel macchiato, and then the hot chocolate and the dirty hot chocolate. What about a food item? What's a really
Our
popular
number
food
one
item?
seller is the SEC.
Okay.
So we have the SEC and we have the Big Ten, and in our coffee house, the SEC is winning over the Big Ten.
Really?
And that is a bacon, egg, cheese, and our special Chipotle sauce. It's a wrap, and then we put it on the panini maker, and we make the eggs from scratch. We crack them, put them on the griddle. It's really good.
You guys got to come on our restaurant show and show us some of that stuff.
We have about 30 seconds left, and I know you have an event coming up, a wine tasting event. So you have wine there too. Give us the quick deets on that before we head out.
We got our wine and beer license about 6 months ago, and we don't sell wine there by the cup, but we do offer wine events once a month, and we will have 4 different types of wine paired with different foods that, once again, come from my 459 recipes that I have in my recipe box. So once again, it's all made from scratch. And
okay, that wine tasting event is December 8th.
December 8th at 7 o'clock, $35 for a ticket.
7
Nice.
o'clock, all right. Hellbox Coffeehouse on D'Onofrio Drive. And we're Wisconsin family at Bachmanns Pool Spas and Saunas. We'll be right back.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at Bachmanns Pool Spas and Saunas on South Stoughton Road, and we're going to talk with the owners later on in the program about saunas. But first, my next guest is Kim from Fired Up Pottery. How are you, Kim?
Doing great.
And you always bring such magnificent displays here, and we'll get some close-ups of those. But I hear that Santa is coming to Fired Up Pottery. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh gosh, that just gives me goosebumps. Okay, December 7th, it's a Thursday, so
Okay.
it's an off time day. Thursday from 4:30 to 6:30. So right before dinner hour, you know, or if you 4 o'clock dinner, I guess it's right after dinner.
Sure.
But yeah, just come, and no charge. So just come, give Santa a hug, sit on his lap, tell him your wish list, and adults are welcome too. I think you're never too old for a Santa hug.
Okay.
You know, it's not creepy. It's good.
No. Yeah, maybe it's my time. I've never sat on Santa's lap.
What?
I was always afraid of him as a kid.
Oh yeah, I think the ones who are actually afraid of him are the smart ones. But that's my
Well, there you go.
that's my personal opinion. That's the way to sell an event. No, he's a really nice guy, and sometimes Mrs. Claus is there too. So,
Okay,
yeah,
very good.
Do you do this every year?
I do, yeah. And you know, it's really crazy because I want to offer something for free. I know, like, you can take your own pictures with Santa. Just come in, bring your camera. It's a delightful event. We completely changed the whole look of the store. What we do is we have this big long follow the lines on the floor. So that's like the waiting line, kind of like we lead you through like this maze.
Sure.
And then you get to Santa. And then after that, if you want to make something like an ornament or do a Santa handprint plate, you can do things like that. So, but you don't have to. You know, you can just come and say hello and get a candy cane.
The Santa handprint plate, is that what's behind us over
It
here?
is.
That's very
It
cool.
is.
That's awesome. So, you know, you guys offer a lot of different options for people who want to make something as gifts and so forth. Let's talk a little bit about teacher gifts. What are some ideas you might have there?
Sure. Teacher gifts. So anything in school colors. So even middle schools sometimes have school colors. And a lot of kids will make a very small glass necklace just to put two pieces of glass together. And this is a gnome, but it's sort of the same idea. So you have, you know, like say your school colors are orange, white, and black.
Sure, yeah.
Then you can put things together. And the teachers love this, you know, anything that's a little different, and they can wear it all the time. So it's really cool.
Wear it?
Well, you could, if this was like, say, a pendant. This is like
Okay.
a gnome. I know it's kind of weird to wear a gnome, but whatever.
Right.
So,
But as an example.
as an example, yeah, kids can put these things together, and they're really fun.
You know, this takes me back to the days of Shrinky Dinks. You remember that?
No.
Shrinking
Yes.
plastic into little
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
ornaments. And
I didn't know
things
that's what
It
they were
is.
called.
Yeah, you'd put them on the tray in the oven.
Yeah.
These are much better.
Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, when we explain glass, we have a whole cooking analogy to it. So glass fusing is like making a sugar cookie. You start with a piece of glass, that's your cookie. You put on glue, that's your frosting. You decorate it, those are your sprinkles, and then we bake it in the kiln, which is like baking it in the oven. So once we explain glass fusing to people, even little kids, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, can do this. And it's really simple procedure, and you don't go near anything hot. That's our job.
Yeah, that's good. That's your job.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's our job. We get the hot stuff.
Let's talk about I mean, gifts for grandparents.
Sure.
I mean, you have all kinds of different ideas.
We do, and you know, I always like to say this is this is a really off the wall interview, but I always like to make people cry on Christmas.
Okay.
So my most fun.
Out of joy, though.
Out of
right?
joy,
Okay,
yeah.
just
No, I'm
wanted to
just kidding.
clarify.
So my most fun is, you know, the day after Christmas, the week after Christmas, everybody comes in and says, "We're the one gift that made Grandma cry." Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I'm gonna get goosebumps just saying this.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, you know, the little 2, 3-year-old, 5-year-old might paint something for Grandma, and then all the aunts and uncles are like, "Where's mine?" And
Yeah.
so I tell people now, I just shortcut it. I say, when you come into Fired Up Pottery, you know, bring like the list, you know.
Yeah.
So we got like grandma and grandparents, you know, everybody.
Okay.
And footprint gifts too. I mean, your child is never as small as they are today. Tomorrow they're going to be bigger. So, you know, it doesn't matter that you can cheat and do some of these handprint gifts in January for next year. I would say that's a little odd, but okay. Say July, say you
Right.
come in September. You don't have to make the gift that you're going to give for December in December, but we're happy to see you anytime to do that. So
Walk in and make art.
walk in, make art, create
Yeah.
memories.
There you go.
And make people cry.
I mean,
Out of joy.
out of joy, it's all good, yeah. It's always like these things we create. When Grandma ends up downsizing and going to like a small apartment or retirement community, the handprint gifts, the ones with the family names on it, those are the things that last through the years, and
Sure.
that's what they're going to take. And we also have, you know, those old-fashioned Christmas trees. Do you remember like the ones with the lights?
Yeah, yeah.
And everything. We have bulbs for those.
Oh.
We have those trees. You can still make one and get one for Christmas. So Yeah.
Cool stuff.
one.
Yeah, you can make one.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, it's
Very
awesome.
cool stuff. So much to talk about here. We just have a little bit of time, but I think we're going to give a little bit of a preview of next month. You talked a little bit about metal stamps and flow painting.
Yes, yes. So I was going to add these, but my staff would have had a mutiny. So
Okay.
it's coming in January. So we're
Okay.
doing metal stamping, so you can make necklaces like with
Okay.
the names, bracelets, and things like that. So it's going to be stamping letters into metal. That's really cool. Flow painting is like acrylic painting. If you don't know what it is, YouTube it. It's really cool, and we're going to be doing those things too.
Always something fun.
Always something fun. Kim from Fired Up Pottery, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Don't go away. We'll be right back here at Bachmanns Pool Spas and Saunas after this.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family, and we're here at Bachmanns Pool Spas and Saunas. And what we've been talking about the last couple months when we've come here is, do you hot tub? Because I know these two do. But today we're talking about something a little bit different. This is Fred and Kaya Bachmann, and we're talking saunas today, are we not?
Yes.
All right, all right. So December really, I think, kind of marks the official beginning of winter, even though we may or may not have snow on the ground by that time. We all want to stay warm during the winter time, and obviously a sauna is a great way to warm up, but there are some definite health benefits to using a sauna. You want to talk to us a little bit about some of those?
Well, there's two different types of saunas.
Sure.
Infrared and then traditional. The traditional ones where you have the rocks. And
Sure.
we sell both.
Okay.
The infrared saunas are gaining a lot more traction of late. They give you a deeper detoxification.
Yeah.
And they just plug right in the wall. They're 110 volt.
Yeah.
They're very portable. Your time in the sauna is less, and they don't feel as hot when you're in them.
Right.
But they still give you all the benefits
Yeah.
of a traditional sauna.
I got a chance to try one when we first started filming here, and it's really interesting because I didn't feel hot, but yet I started sweating.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, well, and
It was a good feeling.
It's like hot tub and saunas. It's like a speed detoxification.
Yeah.
In fact, I know I've mentioned it before, but Dr. Oz talks about it a lot as well. It's so you trick your body. Your body thinks it's in fever mode.
Right.
And when it's in fever mode, your body produces white blood cells, and your white blood cells is your defense against all kinds of illnesses and disease.
Right.
I've also heard that it creates dilation in your blood vessels, so it's creating more blood flow,
Yes.
which can help heal things. It can also improve your skin.
It does a lot of that. There's a lot of benefits with saunas.
So people with maybe skin conditions. I've also read, do you agree with this, fibromyalgia and
Yes.
arthritis and things like that can
Fibromyalgia, warming your body up when you have fibromyalgia helps a great deal. And in fact, there's a lot of physicians out there that, depending on your health benefit plan, they will help you pay for, if not pay for the entire sauna if you have that affliction.
Wow. Wow.
Well, speaking of that, let's take that next step. What does it take to get one in your home?
Well, they're really easy to deliver. They're modular, probably can be installed in 45 minutes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And again, they just plug right into the wall, 110 volt. And they
So
come
you-
with sound systems if you want. Yeah, they're nice.
Huh, so you just kind of need the space.
Yep, it's a
Yeah,
space.
just need some space, and we've got the small 1 or 2 person ones up to 4 or 5.
Wow.
The party size.
Yeah,
And you install them.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get people who come back after, owning their sauna for a couple months or even weeks, and they, do they give you any comments or feedback or
Yeah.
anything like that?
Yeah, they tell me they use it a lot. They get on a regimen where they use
Sure.
it at the same time every day, and they love this eucalyptus spray that we have. It's
Okay.
a concentrated stuff that we get from Hawaii.
Okay.
It's really neat.
That sounds good. I know I've used the traditional saunas, and when I walk in, I feel like I can't even breathe. And I've heard that these are different. And actually, the temperature's a little bit lower than a traditional. Is that
They don't
true?
feel as hot,
Yeah.
but they accomplish the same goal quicker.
And that's
Today's
the-
world, everything's quicker.
Right, and that's the appeal, is that it's quicker and maybe you don't feel quite so hot. Or,
Right.
Okay. So I want to make sure that we talk a little bit about this. Overall in your store, you guys are having some clearance specials right now.
We are.
Everything is on clearance.
Well, it's end of year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, everything on our floor, all the hot tubs,
Yeah.
the Cabana, the automated cover system, which is great to have in the winter because the snow comes off of it. You don't have to worry about, brooming off the snow if you get we're not getting much snow so far this year.
Right.
But
We will.
It will happen.
saunas are floor model clearance price to sell, and we're including accessories up to $1,000 worth of accessories with the hot tubs.
Yeah.
And that's after the 20% discount.
Wow.
So it's like getting $1,250 worth of accessories
Yeah.
included in the price. And then another thing that's really kind of unique is
He's excited.
I am. Well, if you make a purchase of $10,000 or more, most companies, and I'm thinking about snowmobile company in general, they don't let you use your credit card.
Right.
You got to pay with cash.
Right.
Or check. Right.
Right.
And so we're going to let people use their credit card,
Yeah.
get your points, and we'll still give you a 2% discount on the hot tub and the total purchase
Wow.
price of the hot tub if you use your credit card.
So you're not only allowing people to use their credit cards,
We're
you're
encouraging
giving, You're giving them an incentive to use their credit
Yep.
cards.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Get those points and get your hot tub
Yeah.
and get a discount.
Absolutely.
As long as we're talking about Christmas and that sort of thing too, you had mentioned that you are helpful in getting some Christmas ideas for people that are owners of hot tubs or saunas.
Absolutely, yeah. We have a lot of people will be like, what do I get? I don't know what to get. We've got aromatherapy, we've got steps, we've got tabletops, sidebars, rails. We got you covered, for
Wow.
sure.
Oh, nice.
And we'll wrap them for
we'll
you.
wrap the gifts for you too. So you can be a hero at Christmas. You get a bunch of hot tub accessories
Yeah.
packages that we'll wrap for you for under the tree. And then, of course, the hot tub
Of course.
We also have gift certificates available too.
or sauna.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, I want to make sure we mention this as well. You guys have had a toy drive going on for the past month or so, and I understand that it was supposed to go to the end of November, but we're extending it now.
Yeah, it's been going really good. Thank you for all the people that have stopped by our showroom and donated a toy. We're actually going to extend that out so we can, it's been really good, so we just want to, see if we can get some more people that'll contribute to that for the kids here locally.
Yep. December 17th is
December
the
17th,
the new
Sunday.
last day.
Yep.
And all of the donations go to the American Family Children's Hospital Child Life Fund.
Yes.
And we'll take all the toys there on Monday, the 18th.
Very good.
And how it works is if folks bring in the toys and fill up a hot tub, you match that.
We're going to match that, absolutely.
So whatever comes in, you'll match.
Yes.
So take advantage of that. That's a good thing to do. I want to just talk a little bit, and we didn't talk about this before we started, but I'm going to give a little bit of a preview of what's coming up in the next couple of months. We're going to be taking a little bit of a trip away from Bachmanns next month.
Yeah.
A little bit up north towards Castle Rock Lake, I understand. You want to give us a little bit of a preview before we head out here?
I've got a minute.
Okay, there you go.
Kaya and I own a vacation rental property on Castle Rock Lake. It's called the Stay Spa.
Okay.
It's got all the amenities of a day spa.
Yeah.
Eucalyptus steam suite,
Sure.
hot tub, cold plunge, massage room, 2 master suites overlooking the lake. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
3 fireplaces, 4 bedrooms all together,
Yeah.
entertainment area. And we rent it out. We've owned it for 11 years now.
Okay.
And stayspa.com if you want to take a look at it. It's a really great retreat, and it's only about an hour and 15-minute drive from Madison.
Sure.
It feels like you get away far enough that you felt like you get away, but it's not that long of a drive.
Right.
It's a really nice place.
Okay, so we'll be checking that out. We'll get to see that firsthand next month, about a month from now on Wisconsin Family. Well, Fred and Kaya, thank you again so much for educating us and for having us here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we've been Wisconsin Family. Thank you to all of our guests and all of our viewers, and we'll see you next time.
Clap your hands, let's take